The National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Tua going to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it with Achane. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw 1 interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, Coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3 to 1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5 to 1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. He'll get this complete to Worthy. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chiefs 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. On the carry, it's Holmes. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They'll send Rice in motion. Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And the slot man goes in motion left. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. No score after one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A run now with Holmes. Down to about the 32. The Chiefs at 10-4 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holmes. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Holmes. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Holmes. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Xavier Worthy with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That's good for a Miami Dolphins.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Finding room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Tua to throw again. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
That's good for another Miami Dolphin. Ready. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time. And that's what they try to preach.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he's forced out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Kansas City.
Throwing now is Mahomes. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first,
well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense and Xavier Worthy set to take over once more. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked second in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout. To throw, it's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Holmes. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Holding offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. They'll run on 1st down. It's Holmes down to about the 23.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse. And I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going. Looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Achane on the counter. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. Fighting through, and he's got space. A Miami 1st down on a 14-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang it.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 27 yards. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. It took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this third quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now a handoff up the middle. Holmes. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Holmes, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, Holmes. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Holmes on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 50 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Now a handoff up the middle. Holmes shifts by him. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On first down, it's Holmes. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now again, right side. Holmes. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Mahomes. Over the middle, it's Holmes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker's kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So Tua and the Dolphins down 10-7, 1:08 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
21G.
Throwing Tua. The drive starts with a run from Achane. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Go ahead.
Now Tua. Throw out wide is incomplete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Tua. Connecting with Hill. Gets around him. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Here's Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do. And think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. That's laid out deep for Rice. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Holmes. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for Kansas City, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, yo, fresh out the